Hello everybody, it's the Android Master, and welcome back to The Android Watched. Today, we're going to talk about a movie that's very near and dear to me because of nostalgia, called Power Rangers Turbo. Now, it's actually called Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, but it's fine, just leave it alone, it's whatever. I made a mistake. Shut up. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. A movie where Jason David Frank was my first Red Ranger, rest in peace. You know what? I'll just go right into it. Back in 1990, whatever, Power Rangers was like huge, but also not huge. It was around the time where kids were just getting tired of it. And yeah, they just decided, fuck it, we're going to reintroduce them because in the last season, we had the most powerful morphers in the galaxy, the Zeo crystals and all that shit, because Zeo was the last season of Power Rangers. They were in order. It's weird. That's why Tommy Oliver is the new Red Ranger. Just keep up with me. So what they ended up doing was they wanted to make another Power Rangers movie. They did Mighty Morphin a really, really long time ago. And to be honest, that movie was good. It's just the fucking Zords were fully CGI, and that's not something you do. You know, that's not something you do for the Power Rangers. Anywho, they decided that this time they're going to do something new. And they decided to go with Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. A movie where the Power Rangers are not magical beings anymore, or ninjas, or dinosaur related. They're related to cars. Fucking cars. Like, that's never going to happen again. So, yeah. They were also trying to relate to the kids. So what ended up happening was they're going to get the most boring of the Rangers out of the way, the blue one, and they're going to switch him out for a little kid. Just roll with it, honestly. Just roll with it here. Just roll with it, please. We open with a very Star Wars style credit sequence where it's like giving a rundown of the movie.
On a distant planet lives a great wizard named Larigo. He is the keeper of a golden key which unlocks the dimensional gateways of the universe. Larigo is hunted by Divatox, a wicked galactic pirate who needs the wizard's power to release a terrible demon-like creature. Her plan is to join with him in a sinister marriage and bring forth a reign of terror on the galaxy. Larigo's only chance is to seek the help of powerful friends. But first, he must escape his planet and make his way to Earth.
You got that? You got all that? Because that's basically the plot, and it's going to be re-explained to you over and over and over again. So, there you go. And then we open on this green blob of a planet where Larigo lives for the first time. Larigo's a little alien space wizard thing. And he looks like a mixture between Yoda, Troll Doll, and E.T. And the evil leprechaun from Brooklyn. He ends up being hunted by Rita Repulsa, who is a space pirate. Not Rita Repulsa, Divatox. Oh my fucking god. Speaking of Rita Repulsa, she shows up later. Just roll with me here. He's being hunted down by Divatox's evil robot pirate enforcers. So she could do some stuff later in the movie. And then we cut to a boxing match. We cut to this. Well, first of all, Larigo escapes off of this planet and comes to Earth because that's where Zordon is. And you know all space wizards know each other. Come on. Kudos to you if you knew Zordon was a space wizard. Anyways, he gets to Samina Mina. He lands in Africa. That song comes out in another 15 years. Just roll with it. Larigo is in Africa, and he lands in a bird's nest with the most obvious puppet birds. Whatever. We cut to finding out Rocky, Adam, and Tommy are all in this like charity fighting Karate Kid event. And if they win, it goes to an orphanage. Coincidentally, the same orphanage that Catherine and the black one are. Literally, she's the most unmemorable character in the entire movie. All we know her as is the Yellow Ranger. Um, they're singing "Row, row, row your boat" over and over and over again, and Justin isn't singing because they're singing "Row, row, row your boat" over and over and over again. I wouldn't want to sing that shit. And yeah, we find out they're kind of on a little field trip to go to the boxing ring where they're practicing and all that stuff. And Rocky is doing too much. Rocky is the Blue Ranger. That's all you gotta know. And he is trying as hard as he fucking can to get out of this movie. As a matter of fact, he tries so hard that he kicks the point pad and falls off of the fucking ring and breaks his back. So he's going to be out of commission for the entire movie. And he's very happy about it because he finally got out of the fucking movie. Cut to Larigo doing some crazy cool stuff. He's just vibing in Africa, you know, chilling with some chimpanzees and shit. They take him to their sex den. It's weird. It's weird. It's a very weird movie. Very, very weird movie. We cut to Zordon and Alpha 5. Alpha 5 comes in to look for Zordon. Even though he's in the same spot that he's been in since Mighty Morphin. The beginning of this movie is very stupid. I'm going to be real honest with you. I love it. It has a very special place in my heart because it's nostalgia factor. I used to watch this movie all the fucking time as a kid because my grandma had it on VHS along with Scooby-Doo and Batman. We already did a review on Batman Forever. And Scooby-Doo, actually, funny enough. So we're finally on the third one, the Holy Trilogy, baby! Woo! Anywho, Zordon's like, oh my god, we gotta find Larigo. We gotta bring him back because he can't survive in the sunlight or else his magic is gonna... Justin, the little kid, the little fucking runt, comes in to... the Blue Ranger, Rocky. He comes into Rocky's room. I don't know how I blanked on his name. He comes into Rocky's room while Rocky is just out of it. And he is like, oh my god, Rocky. And then the rest of the Mighty Morphin, the Zeo Rangers, technically there's the Zero Rangers, but the rest of the Rangers come in and they're just like, oh my god, Tommy, we're going to do some funny stuff to make sure you laugh because laughter is the best medicine. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, they cheer up their buddy. And then Zordon has to out their secret to anybody who may be hiding in the room or any nurse that comes in to see them teleport or anything like that. So Zordon's like, hey, guys, this alien wizard thing is on Earth and I need you guys to go find him. So come to the base immediately. And they're like, all right, bet. And they teleport out by sparkly CGI bullshit. Meanwhile, Justin shows himself to Rocky. And Rocky's like, well, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Hey, Zordon. We got a bit of a problem. This kid found out who I am. Should we, him? And Zordon's like, no, Rocky. Send him to the base. I want to make him a Power Ranger. Because 4 of them is not going to solve this thing. Anyways, we cut to the base. They're talking about some bunch of exposition bullshit. Divatox is still on Larigo's planet. And it's just like, oh no. Where the fuck did he go? You guys are idiots. Find Larigo. And they're like, well, he is on Earth. And she's like, fuck, he's probably finding Zordon and the Power Rangers. And that's how that's where they go next. They go to Earth to find the Power Rangers and shit. And to find Zordon. We also find out that Divatox keep wanting to say Rita Repulsa. We find out that Divatox has Lurigo's wife and daughter, child thing. It's unclear what gender the baby is. I don't know. I shouldn't have assumed. It's because I have a daughter, so I just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Let me tell you. Let me explain this movie at you, okay? You sit there and watch the video, please. I appreciate every view I get, so thanks. We find out that Divatox has Largo's wife and child and is just like, hey, I'm going to send them a little ransom note. But you, nephew, you have to go to Earth and find me two humans that are pure and strong so they can go and be sacrifices to my husband because this movie revolves around that plot. We got to go to MacGuffin Island and sacrifice these humans because, again, it revolves around the plot. And he's just like, okay. Anyways, they continue, and Divatox sends the Power Rangers a little bit of a message because the Power Rangers are just like, well, fuck, what is he running from? Da 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 da. And Divatox is like, hey, bitches, I need that little alien space wizard because I have this little alien space wizard wife and daughter child thing, and I need them to unlock a couple of gates on Earth because this movie revolves around Earth for some reason to get to this MacGuffin Island so I can get my husband. Okay? Okay. I'll meet you guys in a bit. Okay, bye. This movie's great. Divatox's outfits are wild. She's played by Hilary Shepard. That reminds me, I need to look up the rest of the cast. Hang on a second. You don't need to see this. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry you had to see that. In my defense, she looks damn good for 65. Getting that bit out of the way, we got Jason David Frakes, Blake Foster, Johnny Young Bosch, Catherine Sutherland, and Steve Cardenas. And then, of course, we got Austin St. John and Amy Jo Johnson, who play Jason and Kimberly. But we'll get to them in a little bit, okay? Just hold on there. What I'm really here for is Bulk and Skull, my favorite and least favorite characters in the entire movie. Are you all off? That was weird. That was wild. Anyways, Bulk and Skull are both newly made police officers. I don't know why, but the goofiest guys in the entirety of Mighty Morphin are police officers now. Which, you know what? Good for them. Good for them. Until they get abducted. Yeah. So, remember when I told you that Divatox's nephew has to go and collect two people that are pure and strong to be sacrifices for her husband? Keeping up with the plot? Yeah. He chooses Bulk and Skull. And they crash into like a live bait, like old stinky live bait fishing tackle shack box thing. Don't look at me. I didn't write this movie. They get captured. And Divatox is like, ugh, ew. And they scrambled their brains. There's a reason I'm telling you that they scrambled their brains. Just hang on for a sec. Just hang on for a sec. Anyways, Zoradon sends Catherine and Tommy. I almost want to call them Jason and Catherine. By the way, Catherine is also played by a woman named Catherine, which is hilarious to me. But he sends Kat and Tommy to Africa to find Lurigo, who's still vibing with a bunch of chimpanzees. It's great. It's fucking great. There's a bunch of shit that goes on, some shenanigans and all that stuff. Shenanigans! And Kimberly sits down and a fucking big ass anaconda is slithering on her back. And Tommy knocks her off a cliff. I'm not kidding. And he's also fighting a rubber snake. It's fucking awesome. He ends up jumping off the cliff after her in the most dramatic dive in history. And, you know, stuff goes on. They're in a massive river. He saves her. She breaks her leg somehow. That's all you got to know. She breaks her leg. That's it. And then they find Lurigo. And he heals her leg. So, what do you fucking do? That's pretty much all you got to know about that whole situation. They find Lurigo and they bring him back to the lair. And Lurigo is going fucking through it because he went through the sun and that shit weakened the fuck out of him. He was just like, bruh, that shit fucking sucked. Lurigo speaks and moans and clicks, I guess. Because Alpha 5 was communicating with him. It was weird. It was very weird. It was awkward. It was odd. Yeah. So we continue, and miraculously, there's two divers in the middle of the ocean doing some diver shit, coincidentally. You'll understand why it's coincidental in just 2 seconds. Because it's fucking Jason and Kimberly. Why is it Jason and Kimberly? I don't fucking know, but they're in this movie. If you don't know, because you're under a fucking rock, Jason and Kimberly are the two Red and Pink Ranger of Mighty Morphin. Kimberly and Tommy had a whole little thingy going on. It was really stupid because he broke up with her by letter, which was, wow. Dude, wow. Dude, you don't break up with anybody through letter. That's almost as bad as breaking up with somebody through text. God. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is they're going to be the new sacrifices. Meanwhile, Bulk and Skull are at the bottom of Divatox's, like, ship thing. She's a pirate. She's in a giant submarine fish. It's fine. Yeah, Bulk and Skull, Kimberly, and Jason are all in the bottom hole of her spaceship thing. And remember when I said they scrambled their brains? Well, this is why. Because it's comic relief.
Doesn't look like there's any way out.
Hola. Ja, guten Tag.
My name is Antonio Montana.
Bulk?
Skull?
You are speaking to us?
Who is this?
Balkin. Skull.
Something is strange with those two.
Oh, you just figured that one out?
You stupid 10-year-old. This is only to show you that they're in the hole and they're ready for sacrificing. Divatox calls in the Power Rangers and tells them that they have both of their friends and all they need is just Largo. That's all they need. They need Largo and they want the Power Rangers back. Or they'll give them the Power Rangers. And all that shit. So what ends up happening is they end up doing it. They end up going. And they're just like, alright, fucking cool. And they're on a cliff. And they're just like, nah, y'all come closer. I need y'all to come closer. So you can give us our friends. Cool? And the bad guy's like, no! You come to us! Or just send the wizard down. It's fine. And what ends up happening is like, Adam and Tommy are like, no, I don't like this. Like maybe we should like have them come closer or something like that. Like, because clearly they're villains and they're trying to trick us. But meanwhile, Lurigo's just like, please, bitch, you got my wife and daughter and my child. Fuck all of y'all. I'm gone. Bye, bitches. And yeah, that ends up happening. Lurigo goes to the bad guys. It's a great movie. I love this movie. It's fun. They continue, and the bad guy's like, he's like, all right, now hold up your end of the bargain. Bring us our friends back. And the bad guy's like, that's just me paraphrasing. I'm shitposting. But at the same time, he does go, swim for him! And like releases some bodies into the river that could be dead, but it ends up just being decoys and dummies. And they're like, fuck! God damn it! I knew it! I fucking knew it. So they go back to the lair and get their power boxes and get new Zords, actually. That's funny. Zordon's like, oh, yeah, no, we got new Zords. So, if you guys want those, right there. Like, I know we could use the Zeo crystals and make them all powerful and shit, but that's not the name of the movie. We're not the Zero movie. We're not Zeo, a Power Rangers movie. We're Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Now get your asses in those goddamn souped up cars. It's gonna be fucking sick. And they are sick. The costumes are clean. The cars are dope. This is awesome. They got cool names and whatnot. So they go out into this abandoned area to find a pirate ship. Because that's what they need. They need a fucking power ship. And I need a charger. This is what ends up happening when you don't charge your shit, dude. This is horrendously unprofessional, my boy. So, after the Power Rangers leave and their new Zords or whatnot, we get introduced to a, I guess, torso shot of a new Blue Ranger. And you can tell who exactly it is because he's just as tall as Alpha 5. And he's got a young person's body. It's Jason! Is it Jason? Is this kid's name Jason? It's Justin! Who the fuck is Justin? This random ass kid that we get a little bit of an exposition dump on because his mom died and he has to go to a fucking foster care home. I don't know what the fuck his dad is, but, you know, what do you fucking do? La-di-da. Bada bing, bada boom. Justin's a Power Ranger. Whatever. Temporarily, I guess. I don't know. Because Rocky ends up being okay at the end of the movie. Spoiler alerts. But you knew this. Anywho, Justin's a Power Ranger now. Deal with it. They get on the ship. They power it up with their keys. Somehow. And it ends up being magical. Ooh. And the ship ends up going on the right direction towards Rita Repulsa and MacGuffin Island. They continue. And I guess they're somehow being tracked by radar, but not at the same time. It's complicated. It's weird. But Rita Repulsa, goddammit, Divatox and her crew find out that they're being followed by the Power Rangers. And she's like, alright, this is send them a keepsake. And they send a bunch of these eggs. And I'm not going to show you how they transform into these big-ass lizard creature monsters, but they do. And the Power Rangers have to fight them. And they beat them easily. That's it. It's just for the sake of action. That's it. God, leave me alone. They continue. Blah, 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 blah. They end up seeing MacGuffin Island. And they get on there. Meanwhile, Kimberly and Jason are making a plan to escape Divatox's ship. And it's mildly successful. Because they release Bulk and Skull and Kimberly, but Jason somehow ends up the only captured person on the fucking... I don't understand this. They are the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They have the most experience out of all of the other Power Rangers. How are you guys fucking up this badly? Anyways, they continue and they go through the Bermuda Triangle to get to MacGuffin Island. And surprise, 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 Kimberly somehow ends up washed up on MacGuffin Island. So does Buck and Skull, but they're not important to this entire story. They do almost witness her get sacrificed, which is hilarious, and then they get chased, and then they somehow escaped the island minions. They're my favorite and least favorite pair of characters in the entire movie. What ends up happening next is they end up morphing. And I do like the morphing sequence. The morphing sequence is they have the key in hand, and then they have a wrist thing, and they started off by driving, and I memorized that when I was a kid, by the way. Just like, ha! Wait, hold on. Ha! 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 I like Power Rangers. I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers. RPM is my favorite, but Turbo will always have a special place in my heart. Moving on, they morph. They get into the entire cave where they're about to sacrifice people. I already forgot her name. Hillary Shepard, who plays Divatox, is having the most fun with this role. It is so funny. Hillary Shepard is having so much fun with this role. So the whole point is for Divatox to marry this monster, demon-like creature, and she needs Larigo and 2 sacrifices to do so. I don't know how the fuck she figured this out, but movie magic. You don't need to know. It's fine. They sacrifice the 2, Kimberly and Jason, into the thing, but they need 1 more apparently. So we'll get to that later. The Power Rangers show up. They fight all of Divatox's minions and all that stuff, but they're also fighting Kimberly and Jason, who have been hypnotized. It's okay, though, because after fighting them for a little while, Larigo decides all of a sudden that he could just magically take the hypnosis away, because he's a fucking space wizard. Awesome! He saves Kimberly first, and then Kimberly and Tommy save Jason, and then Jason has like a little existential crisis for some fucking reason, and he's just walking, looking like a little sad boy, and Larigo and his wife also save him, and then he saves Kimberly from another bad guy. They can't morph, by the way. They don't have their morphers, I guess. Even though they will have them way later in a movie that comes out like 14 more years later. Actually, 19 more years later, I believe. Maybe 20. When did the new... I don't care. I'll probably do a review on it later. But anywho, so they defeat a bunch of bad guys, but Rita Repulsa throws her nephew into the lava to pull out her husband, and he's the man in a rubber suit. That's just all I can tell you. He's this big lava monster called Malagor, or I think it's Malagor. Malagor. He's this big robot monster named Malagor, and Hillary Shepard is just having too much fun with this role. I love her so much in it.
Talk to him.
Turbo Thunder Cannon!
Turbo Windfire!
You look great. Haven't changed a bit.
It's great. Malagor fights the Power Rangers for a little bit. They pull out their weapons, but their weapons are fucking useless because they don't do shit. And Adam gets knocked on his ass and is just down for a second. And they're just like, Adam, the fuck are you doing? Get up. He's like, no, I can't. But your wife is getting away. Made you look. I'm like, this is 90s. This is the 90s movie. This is the 90s movie. I can't fault them for this because this is made in the 90s. There's also a shot of Tommy kicking a minion and not connecting, and it's so obvious. He didn't hit him. It's so funny. It's so funny. So anyways, rinse and repeat. They continue to fight, and they're just like, okay, we lead Brimstone Breath outside, and we make sure we get our Zords. They take him outside. He somehow has the magic ability to turn gigantic, and so do they. And they morph into the Megazord, which is a pretty cool damn figure. I did have this toy when I was a kid. I don't know where the hell it is now. It's probably rusted up somewhere down in my great-grandma's basement or donated to a kid's place. I don't know. Anyways, they fight. They win. Divatox is the funniest character in the movie.
The volcano! It's erupting! We better get out of here!
Oh, my plans! The money, the job! The plastic surgery. I didn't even get a honeymoon!
You mark my words. Rygod, the Power Rangers will pay for this one day.
I never accept defeat!
Right, no defeat. So what do we do now? Right.
I want my mommy!
And then we cut to the charity fighting match because we don't have any more time in this movie. We cut to the charity fighting match. The boys win. And we all get to go home. Also, Rocky's okay. Good for him. Oh my goodness. My goodness. This movie got a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. But it did get a pretty good audience score. I mean, it was less than 50%, but they got 41% from the audience score, which was, it's nice. Like, come on, it's a kids movie. You're not really gonna expect them to go all out in a kids movie. It's a Power Rangers movie, for crying out loud. And they got enough money to, I guess, make like a few seasons of the Turbo Power Rangers TV series. Even though Jason David Frank left that series after an episode. Like the first episode, he was gone. He was like, this movie was a lot. I'm out. Rest in peace to Jason David Frank. I was very close to meeting him once, but he had to go get lunch. So, or something like that. I can't remember. But I was very close to meeting him, and it was kind of sad. But he's still doing the Soyos in the sky. Oh, there's also a little post-credit scene where they show that they picked up Bulk and Skull and all that shit. And Largo and all that. And I guess they get Largo and then went home or something. I don't remember. Honestly, I just like this movie for the nostalgia purposes. Speaking of which, my rating. I'm going to give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. A very generous 7.5 out of 10. I love this movie so much. Oh my god, I love this movie. Yeah. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I love this movie because I literally my grandma had this movie on VHS when I was like 7, and I used to watch this movie over and over again. Like, that was my shit. It was this movie, of course it was Scooby-Doo, and it was Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which we'll get to in another video, just not now. I know, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it a lot. Anyways, I used to watch this movie a lot, though. I used to love this movie. And it had like the case and all that stuff, and the big plastic case with the thing on it. It was great. It was a great movie. I had a lot of fun watching it when I was a kid. I was rolling my eyes to it as an adult, though, because, like, oh my god, there's so much wrong with this movie, but it's fine. It's fine. I love this movie. Also, Hilary Shepard. She's, god damn, that's a fine-ass 65-year-old woman. That's a fine 65-year-old woman. Oh, boy, oh boy. Anywho, I will say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what movie you want me to react to next. I'll do it. It's fine. I got a list already, but, hey, maybe if you're shooting darts into the void, you might hit one of the movies that I got. So, hey. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, tap that like button in the face and plus that subscribe button. I'll see all you humans, animals, plants, aliens, machines, and anything else in between in the next video. Au revoir. walking go. And I'm shifting in the turbo gear.
Take you back through time.
We finna go.
We about to blow your mind. Take you back through time.
We finna go.
We about to blow your mind. Take you back through time.
We finna go.
We about to blow your mind. Take you back through time.
We finna go.
We about to blow your mind. Take you back through time.
We finna go.
We about to blow your mind. Take you back through time.
We finna go.
And we just blew your mind. I ran out of steam.